with you again this Monday and uh, talking a little bit about our book, Think and Grow Rich. Why did I pick to talk about this book? When I started my journey in self development, I attended a lot of seminars and I listened to podcasts, to webinars online, and every great achiever, every great leader, I attended his seminar. He was talking about this book, Think and Grow Rich. And of course, I'm trying to learn. I want to learn from these great people. I want to do what they do in order to achieve the results that they achieved. So I grabbed a copy of this book and I read it. I read it once. Then, after a couple of months, I bought it on Audible and read it again. And after Audible, I read it one more time. And the great part is every time I read this book, I get a different understanding about what they are saying. I get more notes than the time before. So this book has a lot of deep messages, of insights in it that will help us achieve better, successful life. This book was acclaimed by many people that it helped people achieve success. It helped them get gain a lot of money and achieve the balance in their life, the great balance in their life. But I didn't achieve this yet. I listened to John Maxwell, Jim Rohn, Darren Hardy, Bob Proctor, and a lot of other influencers, Dean Graziosi, Brandon Burchard, Brian Tracy. All these great leaders talk about Think and Grow Rich as one of the biggest or one of the influential books that helped them in their journey to achieve their success by just reading this book, understanding the secret, and applying what they learned. So after reading this book a couple of times, I understood that the main point about in order to achieve this success or to achieve the results that great people were talking about or great achievers is that we need to apply. But we all know that we all know what we have to do mainly. We all know, let's say, example, that we have to eat healthy. We all know that we have to work out. We all know that we have to decrease the stress or not smoke or not drink. Or there's a lot of things that we know that we have to do. But unfortunately, we don't have the will to do it. And mainly, we don't have the will because we don't have the right mindset. It's all about our mindset, and this is what this book talks about. In our journey to success, this book, Napoleon Hill, took 20 years to study highly successful people, great people from the past and from the 1920s. And in these 20 years, all what he did, he studied these successful people. According to the story I listened to from Bob Proctor, Bob Proctor said that Napoleon Hill was a journalist, and he went to interview Dale Carnegie, that he was one of the richest people in the world at that time. And Dale Carnegie told Napoleon Hill that would he spend the next 20 years of his life without gaining any income, just working on studying successful people and write a book about it. And in less than 20 seconds, Napoleon Hill says yes. The story says Napoleon Hill was very happy because Dale Carnegie invited him to his house for 3 days after he approved this offer. And he was happy because he didn't have any money to rent a room. So he was in very real bad financial situation. And even though he approved to spend 20 years of his life working on a project without gaining any income. And why Napoleon Hill did that? Because he knew and he said it later in his life, that a successful person like Dale Carnegie, when he offers him something, that means he knows what he's doing. He has his trust. He has this trust and faith in Dale Carnegie that whatever a successful people tells you to do it until you prove that he doesn't know what he's doing. And Bob Proctor always say that, like, listen to me, let me tell you what you do until you know that until unless you know that I'm lying. So he won't be lying, and he proves that he did what he has to do, like he knows what he's doing or what he's saying. So in this world, many people criticize successful people, and many people in their life know that they didn't achieve any success, but still try to give their opinions for successful people on how to do things. And the lesson that we learn, that model the successful people, and then when you achieve the same level of their success, then start with theories of your own. And this is one of the biggest starting skills of success. To be a leader, you need to learn how to be a follower. This is a little bit away from the book, but it's important to know that we have to follow what's happening or what's being said in this book, what great people and great achievers say in order to achieve the success that they did. In this book, there's a lot of stories. It's not only about writing theories, it's about life stories, telling how the power of definite purpose, the power of focus, the power of mastermind was able to, the power of faith, and all the theories, the 13 principles in this book they tell us in these stories how all these stories were, how all these principles were applied by people, and they tell us their stories and how they achieved great success. One of these stories is the story of the gold mine. A person who got the instruments to look for gold, and he started digging, and he tried a couple of times and he quit because he couldn't find the gold. And he sold this instruments to a guy who was just getting these metals. This guy got an expert and went back and started digging. And 6 feet away from where the first person was digging, they found the gold. And this is the story about don't quit before you achieve your result, because you may be 6 feet from goal. All this story and many other stories will let you think in your daily life, will let you know, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? Is my desire or what I want to do, is it really my desire? What I need to do to achieve these results? And mainly, when you doubt yourself, when you doubt what you are doing, the type of thinking that you have, or the kind of thinking that you have, is what's affecting the results. Let me give you a small example about my life, my personal life. A year ago, I decided to move to the States. And after successful career in Lebanon, and everything collapsed because of the revolution and all the political problems that were happening, I decided to move to the States to achieve the American dream. And the funny thing, I was very excited. I had great dreams in my way in the plane. But when I arrived here, I was scared. I was really terrified by this new country, new people, new language. I can't express myself the right way in English. And you notice a little bit from my videos, but I'm improving, I promise. So I was scared, and I got the idea, or had this overwhelming thought in my mind, that I'm worth only the time I am in the States. I'm worth only the people who know me in the States, the experience I built in the States. All my previous experience, all my previous history, education history, work history, communication with people, all my previous events that I did, the training, the coaching that I did, are nothing because they are not in the States. This feeling was very overwhelming, and it caused me to give up my dream of being a coach and an entrepreneur and build my own coaching and training business. And I deleted all the experience from my resume and started applying for entry level positions. After 3 months working in an entry level position, I got this I faced a problem that was I was late at work, my daughter was by herself at home, and I was driving back and really worried about her being in the dark and alone. I thought to myself, what I'm doing to myself. I'm way better than this. Why I'm letting my circumstances create my future? I always teach people that I should build my circumstances. People make their own circumstances, not the opposite. And this is when it hit me. And I understood that the way I'm thinking is what I'm getting. It's all about how you think. When you think you can be successful, you will achieve success. But when you think you are entry level position, when you should be limited, when you need people to help you succeed, this is where you will be. People will see you as you see yourself, and you will act the way you see yourself. This story was very life changing to me. And at that moment, I decided that enough is enough. I should act like a successful person, like a successful coach and trainer, and start by coaching myself. I started connecting with people who empower me. I contacted my coach to borrow his confidence in me because at that time I was really worried about new country, new language. So I didn't have this confidence. Hi, Rawan. Thank you for joining. So this is when I decided to create the change, to create a new circumstances, not let the circumstances shape me. And this is the power of thoughts. And this is what we get by reading this book. I promise you, by reading this book, you will be able to see your future, to see your success, to see your to overcome every obstacle that you face. You will be motivated. You will beat procrastination. But if you start applying what's in this book, you will work on your mindset. You will create the right conditions. And most of all, you will understand that it's all about timing. One of the overwhelming feeling I had is that I didn't achieve the success, the great success that I should be achieving, or the great success that I'm talking about. Right now, I'm starting in my business. It's my 10th month in the state, and I'm starting to get on track, and I'm starting to build. So how I am qualified to talk about a book like Think and Grow Rich? How I am qualified to talk, to say or claim that this book can give us success? I didn't achieve this success from this book, but I know I'm on the right path. I know that I'm applying what the book is saying. I'm seeing my future. I have this imagination in my mind and the structure and the right mindset in order to achieve what I can achieve. It's all about timing. Maybe now it's not my time yet, but I should be building and creating this action or building this momentum in order to achieve what I want to achieve. So, where are you standing right now? My question to you is, do you see your future? Do you see what you will be doing in 5 years from now? Will you able to beat any obstacles that you face in your life? Do you have a definite desire, a definite goal that you need to be achieving? No success is complete, and even the people who you see achieved very high levels of success, they gained millions of dollars. If you talk to them, they will tell you we are still in our way to achieve our ultimate goal. So if you're not where you are right now, if you're not where you want to be right now, you need to start working on yourself. Start by reading this book and applying what it says. Start by listening and surrounding yourself with successful people, with like-minded people who will help you and achieve what you want to achieve. That's why, because I have a great belief in this book, in applying and understanding every point and every detail in this book, I wanted to launch a book study about Think and Grow Rich. This book study will be a gathering for people who have the same goal, that is achieving certain result they want in their life. We will study the principles, the 13 principles mentioned in this book, start working on applying them, on studying them, on understanding them in the best way possible. We will help each other, we will support each other, and then we will create the right action plan together in order to achieve your goal. That's great, Rawan. This is the first step to know where we are going and then create the action plan. But the point is, if we didn't surround ourselves with the right people, if we didn't stay reminded of what we are, where we want to go, then in this case, it's easier to get distracted. You remind me of one. Hi, Manal. Thank you for joining. You reminded me of one lesson I learned from Anthony Robbins. Anthony Robbins talked about the Niagara Falls syndrome. The Niagara Falls syndrome is we live our lives like we are in a river, with high stream river, where we are paddling all the time in order to survive. And with all what's happening around us, with all the distractions in social media and the circumstances we are facing, it's always we are always paddling for survival, and we really don't have the time to focus on achieving our goals. I was focused on my goal when I was in Lebanon. But all the rocks that were hitting me in my journey, all the destruction in the situation in Lebanon, my business collapsed. I had no business when I was doing great results. It distracted me from my goal, and I lost the image and the definite purpose that was in my mind. The main vision and image that was in my mind was changing, gradually changing to be a wish. And this is when it's crazy. A wish won't help you achieve anything. So that's why it's important to surround yourself with successful people with people who push you and keep reminding you of what you want to do, what you want to achieve, and how you will achieve it. Again, let me end this with my book study that's coming on Thursday. In this book study, we will gather for 8 weeks to study in detail every chapter about the book, Think and Grow Rich. We will have deep questions that you will answer. We will have activities, discussion, talking about the book, reading important part, noting great subjects, analyzing, doing, going in details, in deep study about this book, Think and Grow Rich, keeping ourselves accountable in order to start applying what we are reading, not only reading just to read, to say that we read this book. So reading the book is not enough. The point is in applying. So surround yourself with positive people. Sign up with me in this book study and let's work together to help each other achieve the success that we all deserve. Thank you so much for joining and looking forward to see you in the coming weeks. Looking forward to see you Thursday in our book study. And until then, keep studying, growing, and leading. Bye.